Alrighty, well, my name is Christina Williams, and it is a real pleasure to be here with you this evening. And today we're going to take a walk through the back office and discover a little bit about how it is that we use this incredible tool, this virtual window into our global business that effectively allows us to run a business globally without any issues. The aim of today, if you're brand new, this is going to give you, I hope, a really good overview of how to work this back office and how to really keep control of your business globally, how to do some basic functions as well, and then maybe a few little extra tricks that you may not know about. If you are an experienced ASEA associate and you might be thinking, yeah, but I know how to do all this, my encouragement today would be to view this presentation as an opportunity to how you would do a training on a new person, because this is what I'm going to go through is pretty much what I do when I get somebody started and I want to explain to them how to use their back office. This is pretty much the walkthrough so that they can get to know their back office. Now, I've picked the back office of one of our European associates. She's got a really lovely balanced bronze/silver business. I've asked her permission to show you around. So thank you very much for that, Sylvia. And let's go for it. So yes, as I said, this is not just a tool for a new associate, but this is also a training session if you're getting new associates started. And one of the things that's really important is to realize that we are in a business of duplication, and it's not about being able to do everything for everybody. Really, we need to pass this on to our associates so that they feel equipped. What I love about this business is that amongst many things, obviously the product and being able to make a difference in people's lives. But in terms of the business model itself, one of the things I really love is the ability to build a business on the go. You know, this particularly, some of you who know me know just like how grateful I am for being able to build a business from anywhere, from a laptop with some Wi-Fi. You know, I can be at an airport lounge, I can be at the kids' you know, swimming training. I can be in the US, and you can be connecting with people in France. You can be tracking your business in Asia. It is really true freedom. And of course, you're going to make some great income as you develop an ASEA business. But I know lots of people with a lot of money that don't have great lifestyles. And lifestyle, I think, is more than just making money. It's also having time. And this back office is designed to give you that leverage. So let's jump straight into it. Okay. So here we are. When you first switch into arrive in your back office, you'll be able to see that one of the first things you can do, now let me just change the language first. One of the first things you'll be able to do is make sure that you're in the right language. But when you first get started in ASEA, you'll receive an associate ID and a password. Really recommend that you make the password something that's obviously easy to remember, but also something that your upline knows so that they can help you properly whenever they need to help you place associates or do any kind of work. Now, in this case here, you can see you have the ability to run this website in a variety of languages. Let's go with English for a bit of fun tonight. Okay. So here we are, and initially you're going to see a dashboard, and your dashboard is exactly what it is. It's going to give you a quick snapshot of everything. So as I explained to people, the role of the dashboard is to give you at a quick glance the status of your business. And then you can go into these quick menus, which take you to the most frequently used pages. And further to that, there is a big menu right here on the right-hand corner where everything expands out and you can access reports, resources like the library, business tools, etc. So there are levels here of accessibility. But I say to people when I get them started, you really don't need to know every little corner of this website. The important thing is to know just how to drive the basic things. So when you're getting started, for example, driving a car, you don't need to know everything about how all the engine works. You might need to one day if you're on the side of the road and you have to solve something. But generally speaking, there's some basic functions that you need when you're driving a car, and same when you're driving this website. Those basic functions, and when I get associates started, are to check out your business in a snapshot. So that's the dashboard. to shop for product, to register new associates. I'm pointing there with the mouse as I'm speaking about them. And obviously to track. What are we tracking? We're tracking your points, we're tracking your growth, and we're tracking your qualifications. So let's go through the dashboard quickly. Firstly, you're going to see your own details. So if you're ever looking for your associate ID, which you should know if you're in here, it's right there. You'll be able to see who your sponsor is and some of their details. You'll be able to see every single week here because we run in week cycles. So this is week 40 of this year, week 41, week 42, week 43. You'll be able to see in a row, and the darkest one here is the most recent week. You'll be able to see in a quick snapshot the points that are coming into your binary tree from the left side and from the right side. I'm not going to go into the compensation plan, okay? It's too much to cover in this one. But BK did an amazing training, which is still there on the Redox Revolution YouTube if you want to watch that. Or, of course, Justin Wilson does a half-hour overview. He's the VP of Sales for ASEA. So if you want to look at how the money's made and how the points work, we're going to go in. You can go to a different workshop for more detail. But once you understand the basics of the comp plan, you'll understand that the main bonus that you're looking for initially is called your team commissions. And that is basically just made up of what's on your left and what's on your right. And we're going to take the lesser legs volume and get paid on that number. So this is up the top here, the counter that tells you where you're at in every period. So this is week 43, as we mentioned, and we have got 4 days, 18 hours, 50 minutes, and 4 seconds to go till the end of the week. That's great. That's the pay cycle. That's our trading week. From there, Sylvia can see what's coming on her left, and that is 950. What's coming on her right, which is 690. And as you can see, she's got a really quite a nicely balanced business overall because she's getting around 2,000 or so points down each leg every single week. So it means that she's consistently hitting bronze. This first row up here is personal volume. So that's going to give you, it's going to show up where you've placed your own orders. So she ordered in period 40. As long as you can see an order on this top row, you are active. So that's great. Now, here's a quick question. Why does it say total right and it's showing at 22,000? Why is that? The reason is because in every week, for example, in week 42, where she finished off with 2,000 points down the left and 2,500 down the right, there is carry forward. She gets paid on the volume of the lesser leg, so that's 2,000 points. And so this leg, Sean, if you can just watch that mic on Philip, I believe. There we go. I got it. So you can see on the, where was I? Total left, you can see that she used up all those 2,000 points. And on the right, she would have had 557 left over. So we don't lose those points. She got paid at 2,000 points for the week, which is bronze exactly. And those extra points get put into the following week. And she would have started her week with an additional 550 points straight off the bat. And that's what makes this leg, the right leg, you can see there, it's carrying more volume. So it's really great because you never lose a single point. You just catch up to them eventually when your legs even out. Performance, it's really great. You're being able to see what you're hitting every week. You can see your personal enrollments, where they're at. Now, interestingly enough, for Sylvia, you can see that even though she's hit gold in the past, she's getting paid on Director 700 on these particular weeks. And that's probably because she's low on Director 300 legs. You can see this down the bottom. So we don't just need to hit a certain number of points. We also need to hit a couple of people. We need to help a couple of people hit Director 300 when we go bronze. Then when you go silver, it's 3 people. When you go gold, it's 4. When you go platinum, it's 5. That ensures that we're helping other people also progress. You can see the total number in your business, the people coming into the business. You can see the projected auto ships every week. You can see how important that is. You can see the percentage of people on auto ship, which you can see right there. It's sensational. She's obviously very good at promoting auto ship when you've got pretty much half the organization on auto ship. And you can see here the team enrollment. So all the people coming into the business and where they're all coming from, and then her personal enrollments. So that's the dashboard. Really quickly, you can check it and have a look at where you're sitting. That shortcut is right there. Now, the binary tree, which we're going to talk about a little bit more in a moment, is where you start, is right here at the very top. Now, you're not really at the top. You belong to somebody's tree. And just as well, because being part of somebody else's tree means that you're going to benefit from team growth as well. Now, it's really interesting that even though visually, you know, I love this, even though visually it kind of looks pyramidal, in terms of its function, it is almost the reverse of a pyramid. I always say to people, a pyramid is the education system, or where my husband's worked, for example, at the university, where pretty much, you know, his boss, in fact, it's really incredible. His boss earns literally about 10 times more than he does, and there's no way for Matt to progress unless, you know, the boss leaves or dies or something horrible. And that is the way that that structure works. It doesn't matter if Matt works 10 times harder than his boss, he has to earn what his position has been deemed it's going to earn. Whereas here, people down lower in the tree can themselves create more volume with their own binary and earn more personally than even the person who sponsored them. And that's certainly the case in my business. I have people in my team that are higher ranks than me. So I love that because it's truly fair. It means that it doesn't matter when you come in, the opportunity is just as good. Okay, so let's look at the binary tree. When it's just you at the beginning, the first goal is to start placing your team members as they come in on the outside. Now, if you're brand new, you might be asking, well, who are these people? Are they friends? Are they family? Are they associates? Are they people you've met online? You know, how does it work? How do you talk to people about ASEA? Again, there's a different workshop where we go into that in more detail. But as an overall, what I would like to recommend from my experience is that we offer people the full smorgasbord, not just the health benefits. Okay, the health benefits are amazing, but people in this world today are suffering from health problems for sure, but also from financial problems. In my case, I thought I was fairly healthy, but I got excited about the opportunity to help my children have a better life, to have better choices in my family. So for me, I may not have gotten very excited if you told me about, you know, the skincare, but I certainly got very excited about the opportunity to work from home and to have a business with an unlimited income. You know, so make sure you always offer the opportunity, and to find out how, go to one of those workshops. There's a recent one called Toolkits of Contacting, and we really go through literally in word for word, what to say and what to do. The important thing is to be connecting with people. That is the lifeblood of your business. I had a small meeting with people the other day, and I said, you know, the thing that I see, the most common thing that I see amongst the leaders is consistency. It is absolutely the key. It's absolutely the key to making it in this business or not. Of course, you have to have a dream, but you know, you can have a dream but not show up to work. It's never going to fly. Of course, you have to have some skills. You know, you got some things to learn here. Yes, but I've seen people who know every detail of this compensation plan and they don't show up for their actual business work, which is talking to people. Of course, you have to, know a little bit about the redox molecules and a little bit about the science. But again, I know people who know a lot more than Danny Robinson, and they're still stuck at the same place because they don't show up in their business every day. Consistency, I promise you, is the key here. So every single day, whatever script you're using, whatever way you want to connect with people, make sure you show up. So where do you place people in your tree? Initially, we're going to start building the exterior leg. Now, I might say some things here that not everyone's going to agree with, but I've learned some amazing things of working with Mijo over in France, and she does, she is incredible with structuring her binary tree, and she's given me. I've worked with her and watched what she's done, and I've learned a lot about the structure of a strong binary tree. Obviously, at the beginning, we're going to go on the outside. And the reason is so that we don't dilute our effort. So if Sylvia sponsors Jose and then sponsors Sergi, they're going to go on opposite sides because that will allow her to open her binary tree. Now you're open for business. Then you have this lady go in, and then you have this lady go in, and so on and so on. We don't start putting people in on the inside of anyone's tree because that is essentially their role. So for example, right here, you can see that Jose Maria, so Jose, what he started doing is he opened up his own binary tree and he's got his own business. Now this lady here has not started a second leg, and for that reason, she does not get paid. That makes it fair again, because it means that she can't just sit there, you know, on a hammock waiting for everybody underneath her to do all the work. When you've got two parts of the tree working, we know that you're the one doing the work. Now, we do the same on both sides. We go down the exterior of a leg. What that means is that when this person drops in, when Joseph is sponsored by Sylvia and he drops in here, these three people benefit from his activity, from the points, and obviously from having him as part of the team. So putting people in a line like this that are the personal, even though they're your personals, that means that everybody's going to support him as well. So he's going to get more help and everybody's going to benefit from that growth. Imagine if we put this Josep inside this leg right there. Well, now he's only relying on Immaculada to help him, you know, and she might be inactive, she might not be there, but it basically isolates him, and he's also not going to see the team growth. So the question is, when do you start sponsoring on someone's internal tree, on someone's second leg? A lot of people call this the power leg, the team leg, the pay leg, lots of different words. But my question is really, whatever you're calling it, this is going to be where the main growth is happening. And the question I'd like to pose to you is, how do you know when you go in? Well, let's just maybe reset. Here we go. Let's go to Marga. So Marga came into the business. Sorry, I hope you can see. Marga came into the business here. And she is, hold on, I just need to make this go sideways. There it is. Okay, so we're building business right here, and Sergi, when he opened his left leg, he knew that Marga was a builder. He could see that Marga was making phone calls, getting busy, showing up to events, working really hard. So because she is a builder, he is going to support her internal leg as well. Now, you can't support everyone's internal leg, but this is something Mijo has taught me to do, and I totally agree with it. Sergi will help, of course, continue to build the outer leg, but he will come in and work on Marga's internal leg. Some people think, well, you know, that's her business, that's her internal leg. But really, a way to move faster is to support your leaders with whatever it takes. So I know that sometimes it's the attitude that, you know, everybody's kind of, it's up to them to build those second legs. But I really believe that if it's teamwork that we're talking about, we've just got to support each other no matter what. So make sure that you are paying attention to your builders and helping them build those internal legs. And you might even from time to time have a personal or a customer that you want to put in there to help boost those internal legs of your builders. What that's going to allow you to do is build up your Directors 300 faster. Okay, some people are saying, what's this suspended? Well, these people came into the business a while ago, because this is a tree that's a few years old. Suspended means that they did not renew their registration. Now, when you get started with ASEA, you pay $40 just to get started, of course, and have the global distribution rights of this incredible product. And then every year you pay a smaller fee to keep it going. It's a little bit different in different countries, but it's around $30. Now, if you're on auto ship, it'll just automatically come out of there, and that's the simplest thing. But if you're not, you're going to get notified before it expires and just after it expires. And you get basically a 90-day grace period where you can still reactivate that account. But after 6 months, it is completely shut down. That position will eventually disappear. It doesn't happen right now because the IT doesn't allow us to do it, but eventually those positions will just be completely blank and not able to be reactivated. You cannot place anybody into those suspended positions. They are just dead positions. So it's really good to go through your business and try and encourage people whose accounts are about to expire. You can get a report of where those accounts are at and call them to make sure that they keep their positions open. Because even if right now, for example, Juan even if he is not ready to build a business right now, circumstances might change. And if he's got 1,000 people down on this one leg, it won't take him long to start being able to build a business and become profitable. And actually, that was one thing that definitely happened with me. I was using the product. I was enjoying the product, but I hadn't started building a second leg because I really didn't see it as a business until things changed for me financially. So make sure you give people the opportunity to keep their accounts open, even if they're not ready to build just yet. The other thing I'll mention is, what does this mean? Position available. Position available means that that is the next place where this person should place, Maria Angel, when she is ready to place her next personal. It makes sense for her to put into this position because that will mean that her binary is finally open. Some positions get blocked, and if your tree is showing blocked positions, this one is not. She's obviously had them all opened up. But if your positions say blocked for any reason, it is because the system is guiding you that may not be the best place to place your next associate. Okay, sorry, losing words there. Okay, we're going to exit this binary tree because I want to leave some time there. So you can see there's a few people there who did not renew, and that's fine. That happens in any business. You know, if you have a pizzeria, you have some people that come and for whatever reason decide to not come back. That's just a normal part of every business. But overall, we have an incredible retention rate that is really the envy of, I would just say, you know, every network marketing business out there. You can check that right here. Percent of people active, it's always in the high 30s, it's always in the high 40s, percent of people on auto ship. So out of everybody in that binary tree, you have 37% of people down one leg ordering, they're active right now, and 47% of people on the right leg. I'd just like to tell you that in most network marketing businesses, that figure in a good day is around 10%. For most, it's between 5 and 10. Outstanding is considered 12. Our numbers run at nearly 50%. I just want to stop and pause on that because that is outrageous ability to retain product usage and loyalty. It tells you that product is incredible and the team is awesome too. Okay, moving right along because I want to leave some time for questions. Okay, so when you're placing people in your binary tree, make sure that you're not just kind of, that you really are following those external lines, especially at the beginning. If you start putting people in on the inside, you are going to dilute your efforts and people aren't going to be able to help each other. Okay, so speaking about being able to form binary, place people on internal legs, the reason we're doing that is because we want to help people progress. And as you move up the executive ranks, you're going to need to have, as I've mentioned already, a number of Directors 300. So Directors 300 can be tracked on this report, the Director 300 leg report. So you basically go here and you ask for it to show you your report. Now it shows you every single one of your personals. So Sylvia has 61. So it shows you all your personals, what they're paid at, what they're ranked at, which leg they're in, whether they're a Director 300 leg or not. Now, for example, in Sylvia's case, she's going towards the end of the week need to make up more Directors 300. So what does she do? She checks for people that are active. All these people are active. She checks for people that are binary qualified. There you go. These are all good candidates. And she checks for people that could have 300 PV down each leg. Here it says total left volume, total right volume. Well, check this out. This person here, Felicissima, is 1,125 on the left, 200 on the right. She's got 1 out of her 2 associates on the left are active, and 4 of her associates out of the 5 that she's got sponsored on the right are active. So she's a really good candidate to go Director 300. All she's missing is 100 points. So a Director 300 is somebody that has an active associate down each side. So at least one on the left, at least one on the right. They are binary qualified, right? That's what that means. They are active, which means they've got their own order in place, and they've got 300 minimum on each side. So you can see she's only missing one part of it, and then she can be a Director 300 this week, which is the first rank in our plan. So you can go down here and have a look for other people where they're sitting at, and you can pick out the people that you know need some help. So let's have a look at this one down here. This person here has got more than 300 minimum on each side. Okay, but what's missing? So why is she not a Director 300 leg? She is active. Here we go. She's not binary qualified. So we move along and we can see right here that this person has only one associate they've sponsored, and that associate's on the right, and that associate is not active. And they haven't sponsored anybody on the left. So this would be a person to go and help. Now, who's this one associate on the right? Through the website, if you see numbers, most of them you can click on them. And you can go straight through to there, click on them, and you'll be able to see here, directly sponsored by Maria. Oh, it's Susanna. Now you can call Susanna and see if she's needing product. Well, it's been 165 days since her last order, so she definitely would need some help. All right. Now, how do you know how many Directors 300 you need, how many points you need? Well, let me take you to this other tab right here, the qualifications. So let's look at it. We've done the binary tree. You know your way around the dashboard. You've seen the 300 report. I think we all know what this is all about. Manage auto ship. Very simple. You just go in there and you can manage your auto ship. I'm not going to go through it, but that's basically you're able to edit the date, the quantity, the date, the address even. So you can see it's not hard to manage your auto ship. Let's move on quickly through to how do you see where you're sitting at every single moment of the week. Okay, so qualifications. It shows you here all the different ranks. So you don't even have to memorize anything. You can go on here and see, okay, well, I want to go Director 300. What do I need to go Director 300? And this little diagram here will tell you, okay, to be a Director 300, you require 100 points. Okay, great. You've currently got 100 of those points. You need to have one enrolled personal down each leg. Okay, you've got one on the left and one on the right. Bravo. And here, you need to have a minimum of 300 points on your lesser leg of your binary tree. That's great. She's exceeded it by 950. Okay, moving up, you can see what do I have to do to go Director 700. Again, it'll tell you all the detail. Once you start moving up the executive ranks, like for example, if you've set a goal to go bronze, you can go on here and say, okay, what do I need to go bronze? All right, well, in the executive ranks, I'm going to need 200 points. Okay, well, I've only got 100. That's why that's in red. So I'm going to need to put in another order of 100. I need to be binary qualified with an active person down each leg. Brilliant. Okay, I've got a left and a right person. That's done. I need 2 Director 300 legs. Okay, well, I've got 1, so 50% of that task is done. Now, remember, we went to that Director 300 report and we could see that there was one person in there. All they needed to do was find another 100 points on that leg. So this could be easily completed. And it's also going to tell you how many points you need by the end of the week. Okay, well, 2,000 points is the goal on the lesser leg. I've got 950 so far. Let's see, I've got 4 days and 18 hours to finish that. That's absolutely plenty of time. So this week, you can consider bronze in the bag. Okay, so that's pretty much something that I referred to. Now, I got to tell you something. You will have to look at this a few times. When I first started looking at this system, I couldn't retain everything and I was a bit panicky. Some of you might be feeling that way right now because I'm covering a lot of info. But I want to reassure you that you do not need to have all the detail, okay? You just need the next detail, okay? Can you catch that? You just need the next detail. So when you first get started, you really just need a couple of things. And let me go to those right now. Where do you shop? Up here where the shopping cart is. Brilliant. I know how to place an order. I've got into a lot more detail now than I would with a new associate, to be frank. Originally, I just show them, right, this, here you go. You can place your order. So where are you in Australia? Fantastic. Select your country, go forward and begin shopping. Okay. I've set them up on auto ship. So I'm going to show them where to go to manage their auto ship. Really, really simple. Okay. There we go. So I'll help them be able to establish when their auto ship's going to come out and what they need to do if they want to change any of it. I will show them how to register somebody, even though I'm going to help them with it, completely help them with it. I'm going to show them that if they come across somebody they would like to enroll, it's as simple as going to this icon right here and adding that person. Through that icon, they can choose if the person they want to sponsor is an associate, like here, or a preferred customer, or a retail customer. And you can read the detail on what these accounts mean. Most people are going to select the associate as a wholesale, and you have the ability to make an income if you'd like to, or recommend. You can also go to the binary tree into one of those available positions and add somebody that way. Position available, and it quickly takes us to there as well. Okay, so those are the main things I explain to people when we start. Okay, recapping, what did I show them? I showed them how to log into their website, how to change their auto ship, where their dashboard is, because yes, I do want them to track their volume. I want them to understand what those first few goals are, like opening a binary tree and shooting for Director 300. And I want to show them, obviously, how to register somebody. Finally, I like to show people that even though there's a lot of resources, there's one here that they'll want to start checking out immediately, and that's the library. Library is absolutely fantastic. You can go in here and select your country, your language, and find some amazing brochures. Now, if you want to go to the full library, here's a little tip. Go all the way to the United States. They've got everything. So if you're needing, because you want to send somebody somewhere a redox booklet, you can simply click on that and you'll be sent to a page which has got the brochure. You can either print it out or you can download it, or you can even just go up here, save that URL, save that link, and email or text them that link, and they'll be able to get the brochure straight into their hand. A lot of great information on there. It's absolutely awesome. So that's what I show people. And finally, the other really exciting part is we go into the commission detail and the commission summary. So right here under commission detail is exactly where you're going to be able to go to check which week you're on, and click on your week and you'll be able to view your income statement. I let people know that when they first receive their income statement, they're going to be given Smart Wallet access, and I will be able to walk them through that. Okay, there we go. And I'll be able to walk them through how to open up their Smart Wallet. Okay, but once again, I'd like to reiterate, I'm just going to pause the share for a second. I'd like to reiterate that it is not necessary to know all the detail, just the next detail. So if you're brand new and you're going, oh my gosh, I'm never know my way around there, the good news is you don't have, Sharon, that question. I'll get to the questions in a sec, but no, you can't add someone to a spot where somebody has been suspended. I've had that clarified. Definitely can't. As I was saying, you don't need to know everything, just the next thing. I promise you Malcolm knows very little detail about the compensation plan, but he gets paid 7 figures every year. So it's just about knowing what you need to do next, being clear about the right things. Okay, what are the right things? The right things are what you are doing from a daily activity point of view. Learning some skills to communicate with people so you can share this opportunity and this incredible product. You need to know what your next qualification looks like. That is really important. Let me go back here to the share and show you something. I didn't know what gold qualification was until I was ready to go gold, to be honest, but I knew very much what my next rank was. So if you go to the library of resources and you go to the income table, So let's look at that in US dollars. As you know, there's people plugging in from different countries. So if you go here to the income disclosure statement, you can see what people earned last year, this year gone, right? And you can see the monthly average income. So these are real numbers, not estimates. These are real numbers. So if you know that you need to be earning 2,000 American dollars every month, right? That's around 2.8 Australian at the moment. It's so sad. But if you know that's what you need to be, between $2,500 and $3,000, then you know you need to be hitting bronze every single week. Then from there, you work it backwards. You go, okay, well, my goal is bronze and I'd like to be there by the end of the year. Okay, fantastic. What do I need to do to go bronze? You go to qualifications, of course. You can sit with your sponsor and do this. You go to qualifications and you explore. What does bronze look like? Okay, I need to have a personal and roll down each leg. I need to have a minimum of 2,000 points, 2 directors 300, and personal lauders of 200 points. It's really, really, really simple. If you want more detail on that, all you need to do is go to the compensation plan information, which you can find right here on your library as well. But I only ever learned what the next thing was. I knew that I wanted to go diamond, just like I know that I need to go triple, you know, but I didn't worry about the qualification for triple until now. It's a real goal that I'm looking at. So I encourage you, if you are somebody who loves the detail, reserve the detail for the right things. Remember the details of the people you're talking to. Remember the details of their family, of the health challenges they're struggling with. You don't need to know the details of how to go triple ambassador. You know, reserve your brain waves for the things that actually allow you to connect with people. It's not the deep scientific knowledge. It's certainly not an amazing navigation of the back office, because, you know, at the end of the day, if you have a question along the way, you've got an upline that can answer it, and you've also got incredible support straight from ASEA. Have a great night, guys.